It's your girl Chevy Carter here at Studio ATL, where we bring you Atlanta Unplugged, the home for underground artists and entertainment. All right, and today, we have the Charly Ford in the building. What?
Dang,
The
say it again.
only one. The
That's me.
I love it.
Hey y'all, what's up, Atlanta Unplugged? It's so great to be here, Chevy. Thank you for
it.
having it.
And she wore all white, y'all. Like me.
We're great. We're bright.
Light workers in this thing.
I love it.
Okay. So look, Charly, thank you for coming to sit on my couch today.
Yes,
I
you're welcome.
appreciate you for bringing the vibes.
Thank you.
So let's go ahead and get right into this thing.
Okay.
Tell me, who are you?
Well,
I know who you are.
I'm a guest on Atlanta Unplugged.
All right.
With Chevy Carter and our sidekick right here. I named him Bosco, but his name is Kobe. I do really appreciate you having me, so thank you.
No
I am Charly Ford. Charly with the Y, no I, no E. Don't ask why, right? So Charly Ford Entertains is my brand and my business name. I have an edutainment company that we offer a variety of different things, but basically I assist people with energy elevating
Yes.
at different events.
Because you got the energy.
Yeah,
baby.
that's one of my main things.
Ooh.
People know me around the city for creating a audience participation improv and variety show called Use the Food.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my creations that Charly Ford Entertains produces. I'm also a people person.
Yes, you are.
You know,
yes,
I love the people.
You are. You do. That's
I'm
how
one
I
of
met
those
you.
people.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, I'm a connector.
Yes.
I assist people with connecting with themselves, connecting with their audiences, connecting with their significant others, you know, connecting with strangers. I am that person that really likes to connect.
I love it.
I'm a creator. You know?
She's an all-around, well-rounded being, as you can see,
Yeah.
sitting here on this couch. Now,
A little rounder after quarantine. Thanks for the reminder. That's why I wore
she's
white.
So funny. It just comes out so naturally. Okay, so I heard you say edutainer.
Mm-hmm.
Edutainer. Okay. Edutainer.
What
Now,
do you think it means?
I know y'all wondering
What
what
do
it
you
means.
think it
I'm
means?
wondering what it means. So if I'm going to use my context clues, education.
Yes.
Entertainer. You teach people how to entertain?
Close. Those are she got it. What you got?
You're teaching while you're entertaining.
Both.
Oh!
Both.
Oh!
Ding ding ding. Yes, I'm both. Yeah. Those words are the root words of my compound word that has been created.
I love it.
So educate and edutain. Right?
Yes.
Entertain.
Yes.
Look, see,
Now,
I'm
you
so
do that-
used to saying it.
Did you?
Edutain is really a real word. Look it up in the
It is.
dictionary if you don't know, or just go to my website.
Oh,
You can
snap.
see it there. CharlyFordEntertains.com. But I like the fact that you said I educate people on entertainment. That's pretty cool. I do.
You do.
I didn't even think about it like that.
I watched some. Go on YouTube and watch some. Type in Charly Ford. You'll find a few things. Now where? Okay, so edutainment. Now, where you're international with it though.
Global.
Yeah.
Global.
Oh, excuse me. Global.
Yes. Internationally global. Yes.
Global.
Yes.
With it. Okay. So where have you traveled to do this work?
Oh, girl, I've traveled near and far. Sometimes I'm in 25 countries at one time.
At one time.
It's one time.
Woo.
That's the power of the internet.
That's the power of
We
the
got
internet.
global viewers right now. Hey, friends.
Damn,
All the
she's
way
right.
in Israel, Japan, Africa, you know,
Wow.
Thailand, Egypt, so many places. So
Wait, so this is a global, this is a virtual learning.
virtual.
I love it.
Yeah, you know, everything got shut down
No,
in COVID.
seriously.
Prior to COVID, I had a very good reach.
Okay.
But I had never expanded to the many countries and continents that I've had the pleasure to via Zoom since the pandemic. So a lot of people stay stuck with the whole negative part about what the
Right.
pandemic
Right.
took away from them, but they forgot that they didn't have to sit in traffic to go to meetings.
That part.
You know, they didn't have to wait until lunchtime to get up and grab a snack.
Look, I had a court case.
They didn't even have to put shoes on.
I went to court on Zoom, y'all. So shout out to 2020 because I was cool with it. All right. Okay.
Definitely. I'm telling you, so that's dope.
So tell me, I see you rocking the Stones here. I see.
That's your thing.
Yes.
I wore this for you.
Oh,
Cause I know, like, you know, you gotta resonate with people. You gotta be interested in what people are interested in. Like, you just can't be all about you. So I wanted to, you know, represent some Stones, you know, to let you know that I see you too,
what is
Queen.
that? I see. Is that Moldavite
You
or
tell
jade?
me what it is.
looks
It's kind of like
It
a.
look like. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see? It looks like jade.
This is gonna be one of my wedding rings one day.
Amethyst. Look at this.
Big like that.
Now,
But yeah, like seriously, shout out to Chevy because she really does create beautiful handmade bronze jewelry with
Copper.
organic crystal, bronze, copper, gold,
Whatever.
silver. She even used titanium.
Yes.
She got the real stuff.
Yes.
That's so.
Dang, we plugging each other. I love
So
it.
yeah, order some of her jewelry. So yeah, I wore these stones for you.
Look,
I know you know this.
Your energy got me like feeling like this. Like that's
So
that's how you bring the
So
vibes.
you want to play a game or something?
Oh, okay. Oh, let me tell y'all. Okay, so Charly Ford is the queen of improv.
Yes.
Okay, look, she gonna toot her toot that horn.
You better.
Okay, cause who gonna toot it if you don't?
Hello.
All right. So
Beep, beep.
Charlie wants
Who
to
got
play-
the keys to my Jeep?
Ooh.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. You know I play too much.
Before we do this improv, I want to know a couple of things. You mentioned 2020 was a something for all of us. Okay, your creative process through this time. How did you come up with a new concept during that time? Tell me about that.
Yeah, I definitely had to pivot.
Right.
Like so many businesses, my live shows was shut down due
Mm-hmm.
to the COVID. I had shows at the Uptown Comedy Club, at the Punchline, Marietta Diner. Like I had shows booked, you know. So I decided to really just broaden my horizons.
I love it.
And when I did that, I was actually introduced to a community that was just started called the Global Play Brigade, which I'm a founding member of.
Wow.
And the Global Play Brigade had an idea to bring people together to connect and create, more importantly, to not feel alone.
Right.
You know, to really deal with your emotions during that time, deal with the fact that you can't visit loved ones, can't have funeral services, can't even get married, you know,
Wow.
can't go to graduation, so much. So the Global Play Brigade was formed all over the world to offer free play sessions. So we offer free play sessions to
Wow.
people all over the world, just so we can do that, to
Wow.
create and connect and have fun.
No.
And that was one thing that I expanded to. Another thing, I created an online couple game show.
Mhm.
I created that. I was able to study more.
Right.
I was
Your
able to
craft.
build my whole
Yeah.
website out,
Yeah.
you know. So I pivoted. I even started one-on-one coaching. So
Right.
I was used to doing improv group trainings and coaching like that. But then when I decided I got time for some one-on-ones, you know, people really need some support.
I think I got one of those messages over the quarantine.
Good.
Yeah.
What'd you think about it?
What you mean?
What'd you think about the message as far
In general?
as? Yeah.
No, I mean you contacted me to be a part of your class.
Mm-hmm.
It was my fault, y'all. I was slipping on my pimping. I was more caught up in the behind the scenes part of my career.
You
Now-
killed it.
Thank you.
You really paved the way for yourself, too.
Thank you. I was so caught up in the behind the scenes part of my career that I am just now getting back into being in front of the camera and being comfortable with my craft and with my skills. So that's where I'm calling on Charly, because I'm pretty sure next month I'm going to be having one of her one-on-one sessions. So that's how
I'll be waiting for you.
That's
You
how I
know
feel about it. Now, since she's the queen of improv, she wants to play a little game with me, and I'm gonna let her lead that part.
Okay. Well, thank you for just allowing yourself to expand, because you do need behind the scene
Thank you.
experience as well as in front of the camera. You
Yes.
started your own production
I
company
did.
as well.
I did. I'm gonna let her
You know?
interview me. Hold on. Like, yes, I did.
Yeah, so you know, I mean, I love it because I really admire the fact that you can just say, I want to do more, and I can always go back to do something else. And that's what I really coach my clients into doing, like pushing the envelope, stepping out of their comfort zone, really sticking to their goals to hone in on their dreams and accomplish them.
I love that.
You know,
I love it.
so do you want to stick with the improv? So do you want to go to improv now? Or you want to?
We can. We could always switch gears and come back to the
I love
couch.
it. You know, I'm always.
All right, let's put the mics down. Let's go.
Okay. So, well, we can actually sit down and do it.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to stand up.
It's whatever you want to do.
What do you guys think? Production studio?
What do y'all think? Atlanta Unplugged?
Okay, so we'll just stay seated because I don't want to have you running too much. So we'll just play a game.
Okay.
All right. It's a real simple game.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to say the alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start off by playing a sentence game.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So you'll say the first thing beginning with A.
Uh-huh.
I'll say something beginning with B, C, D, and so on.
And we have to form a sentence.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I think you're savvy enough to do it. Or we can form a story. You want to do a sentence or a story?
It don't matter.
I love the
I'm gonna
readiness.
step up to the plate.
Do the
You know,
sentence.
I don't care about looking crazy.
Do the sentence. So
Okay.
I'll give you an example.
Okay.
If I say all and then you say boys and I say can and you say do and I say exercise. Oh, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Great.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Now I got it. Okay, I'm gonna try not to think.
So I'll start with A.
Okay.
Any
Body.
can.
Wait.
You ready? That's what I'm talking about. Be ready.
But anybody is one word.
Uh-uh.
Wait. Oh, okay.
It's two.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah, ready.
You want to do it over?
No. Go
Any
ahead. Body.
can.
Do.
Everything.
Fucking.
Everything. You got me think about my compound words now. Now, every fucking
See? Unplugged.
great.
Every fucking great. Honorable. I.
Intelligent.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
J.
Justified.
King.
I think we just saying
No,
words.
no.
I don't think we said this sentence.
It's actually a run-on sentence.
No.
But let's start it over. Now we're going to do an improv game where we're going to use the sentences. Because, you know, the letters can be a little tricky when we just kind of, you know.
Yeah.
But this is something I actually teach people how to really trust themselves. Because when I teach improv, it's about building your self-confidence.
Okay.
It's about being able to trust the people that you work with.
Okay.
And not feeling like you have to do and build every single thing by yourself.
Right.
You know, trusting the team process. Those are just a couple of things that it really helps with. But now we'll do one with this a sentence form.
Because my issue is I think too much. So that
Oh yeah,
definitely
you
helps.
got to get out your head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because when you stay stuck in your head like overthinking, you wind up overthinking yourself out of it and not doing anything.
Right.
So overthinking is like a huge hindrance, and it's also bad.
Yeah.
Like when you overthink.
Okay. Let's do it. Yes. Take your time. I like it because this is I think you did this at Greenwood.
Oh no.
This game. I thought you went up there. All right. Ready.
So, all day I can just listen to rap
because it just makes me feel like I'm that bitch.
Can you believe that Saweetie and Quavo broke up?
Damn.
Everybody talking about it.
For real?
Girl, look, I don't know why she ain't been left.
Honestly,
like he just left.
Honestly, I thought it'd been over behind the scenes.
I just don't get why people gotta go public and say that they're breaking up with somebody.
Just for clout?
Killed it.
What comes after K?
We're done. And we killed it. We killed that game. I think it was fun.
We improv that whole anyway.
And the topic was music, and we wound up talking about relationships naturally because it just flowed into that.
So let's switch gears.
Yeah.
So, Charly Ford.
Yeah.
What do you feel like as an entertainer.
Mhm.
As an entertainer, what do you feel like the scene is missing right now? Is it real dumbed down to you right now? Because it seems dumbed down to me.
Yeah, I think that the scene is missing originality.
Okay.
You know, I think that people are so busy trying to obtain what the next person has
True.
that they lose focus of what and who they are and their original gifts.
How long did it take you to figure out who you were? Because I know, like you just said, a lot of times we looking outside of ourselves for an answer about who we are. You, how long have you been Charly Ford?
Well, that's a good question, Chevy. Charly Ford has been confident in being Charly Ford in the last, honestly, like real, true internal confidence. Like people are like, you
Right.
so confident. They've been telling me that all my life
Right.
because I'm not shy.
That-
But that doesn't mean you're
Mm.
confident.
That's a gem.
right?
That is a gem.
So,
Ooh.
probably about 6 years.
Just 6 years.
About 6 years.
Just this is a grown ass woman.
Grown.
Y'all.
Just
So-
turned 38.
So for people who are watching this episode right now, and you are 20s, teenagers, damn, early 30s, it's okay because we all feel like we need to be a certain place at a certain time in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
This woman is 38 at the prime of her life and made it through a whole pandemic with her creativity. Shouts out to you. for
I
that.
love that. I
I
like
love-
how you tied that in. Thank you. You're right. Because I think that people are so busy trying to be something that they're not,
Yes.
that they really forget who they are.
What was your work? What work did you do?
Keyword, work that I did.
Right.
I had to do the work. Number one, I just stopped being afraid of being vulnerable.
Whew,
you know.
surrender, right?
Yeah, like I just believe that when I showed myself, I saw myself.
Mm.
So vulnerability breeds visibility.
Mm.
You know, like when you're
Mm.
able to really be raw and really face your own shit and like okay, this is some shit I want to work through, which is what I helped. Like I said, I had to get to this point in order to be able to assist people to get to this point.
So now that you're at this point, do you feel like
I'm still going.
exactly, and we
Ain't no
always
point.
will be.
Ain't no point.
Ha!
Take that point.
And we
Ain't
always
no point.
will be, but it's levels to this shit,
It's
right?
levels,
Right?
just like you.
Right?
Like I saw you grow your hair out, have your hair, and then you cut your hair, right?
Oh, fuck
You
yeah.
had to define yourself
Yes.
not by your hair.
Right.
Like Solange say, I'm not my hair.
Right.
Erykah Badu, you
Right,
know,
right.
it's all about really being natural and genuine, not just the lashes and the makeup and all that. That's a part of it, but just being, like I said, raw enough to go into those areas that hurt, that are uncomfortable, that you've ran away from.
And in your acting, in your improv, in your teachings now, do you use that hurt that you have healed from? Do you use it? Are you able to tap into that and pull it out?
Yes, I mean you have to use everything that you've been given in life to really grow and to be rooted with where you're going. The hurt that I've experienced in life, I've created my first book from my hurt.
You're an author. I miss that.
Yep,
I miss that. Okay, she's an author.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
definitely.
Wow.
So yeah, I did, and being able to show that and share that, it was a book birthed out of domestic violence, mostly, and me being able to love myself and re-love again and
Yes.
forgive myself
Yes.
and forgive again and again and
Yes.
again,
Yes.
right? And then just write out some poetry that really healed me. So when you feel what it is that you're dealing with, when you're feeling and you're dealing, then you can start the healing. That's how I
Gems.
feel.
Jam.
I'm a poet and you ain't know it.
Damn, look, bars right there. Now check this out. Now you've gotten to this point in your career where your career, where you know the angle you want to take,
Mhm.
or where you want to go. The things you've done previously to get into this point, i.e., the other jobs that you thought you would be at forever.
I never thought I was gonna be a no job forever. I'll be ready to
shit.
quit. I don't ask for
Scratch
vacation.
that
I tell them
question.
I'm leaving. So no, I never thought I was gonna be
Scratch
a no
that
job
question.
forever. No, but I like the question. I still like the beginning of the question.
No,
Like,
because honestly, I'm looking. I'm 30, right? You're 8 years ahead of me. You have your thoughts in order as far as, okay, I know I'm Charly Ford. I know I wake up and I have A, B, C in the bag to do daily, right? I'm at a point where I just stepped into my power. I feel like, although you say you have seen my power since you met me, I feel like I just stepped into it. I just put my big girl drawers on, right? So, what would you tell someone like me? What would you tell someone like me to at 8 years apart? What would you tell someone like me that has been jaded and is still figuring it out? Even though you are still figuring it out, I feel like I'm still figuring it out sitting here right on this couch interviewing you.
good.
What would you tell someone like me?
What would I tell someone like you about figuring it out,
Yeah.
or creating and
You know
accepting?
I'm a creative. I guess I didn't finish the question. I'm a creative. We're creatives.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I've reached a point in my life to where I can wake up and know A, B, C, D. I feel like I go through the motions a lot.
Okay.
Even though I know that I'm good at what I do. I know, and I'm being vulnerable with y'all too. I feel like I go through the motions when I wake up. I feel like, well, I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing today.
Mm-hmm.
But is this what I'm meant to be doing today?
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Can you relate to that?
Of course.
What would you tell someone like me? Because you have a resume. I don't know if y'all better do your research on this woman. She has a resume. She being cute about it right now.
I mean, look. I mean, you know what, Chevy, on some real shit. Like, you really have to, like you said, plan out your A, B, and C every day, and you also have to add in the grace for yourself to be able to have days where you don't want to have on your big girl drawers, right?
Right.
I feel that the most important thing that I try to live by as a creative is to take inspired action.
Right.
Only.
Inspired action. Is that the same as doing everything with intention? Because that's what I say that I'm working on doing. I'm doing everything with intention behind it.
No, I wouldn't say it's the same, because inspiration and intention is different.
Oh, inspired action.
Inspired action.
Taking something that I have been inspired from and using it to my advantage. Is that what you mean?
Meaning that what you're going to do outside, whatever task or goal that you're setting for yourself outside, that you getting it from within. You're not seeking it from anyone or anything else.
Inspired.
You know, like, you don't have to wake up and get a drink to write your book, right? Like, you don't go outside yourself to get what it is that you need to manifest what it is that you want to do, right? Like, working out. Like, if you working out, sometimes you may not be inspired to work out, but you know that the action is going to, yes, you know, it's actually going to move in different ways. Not so. Number one, I think that you will have to be real with yourself about what you can do and what you can't do.
Right.
Right.
Strengths and weaknesses.
And plan what it is that you want to do so that you can achieve it. I believe in accountability. I believe in balance, and I believe in allowing myself to be true to that. So if I don't want to do it, I'm not doing it. If my phone rings, I'm not obligated to answer it.
Right.
You know.
Don't have to jump.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes a lot of
I'm
sense.
I'm going within myself to pull out the things that I want to do. Because if I'm not inspired to do it, then it probably won't turn out right anyway.
You seem like you speak from a very spiritual place. What are your beliefs like? I'm interested in knowing that.
I believe in God.
Right. Are you religious or are you spiritual?
I'm both.
Okay.
I have a religious background. I believe in religion, but I don't allow it to do what it was created to do, which is separate and judge.
Right.
I definitely am Christian.
Right.
You know, I believe in God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, myself,
right.
Other people.
Right.
So I'm a really, I'm a community spirit. I'm a community spiritual person.
I love
you know,
it.
like
yes.
I'm a spirit. Like, I believe in people.
I love it.
Like, you know, I believe in God. I believe in the universe.
Yeah.
I know that there's a higher calling and being. I know that when I speak and do things that I want people to know, that I have a great, strong spirit that can protect me and guide me and get me to where it is I need to be in my life.
Love it.
So,
If y'all could just be in this room with me right now, her energy is so strong. I don't even feel like I got control over this thing right now, honestly. So
we don't have control.
I don't have any control over. Her energy is so strong. So I want to dive in deeper with you. I want to know more about who you are and what you do. I know you're an executive producer. I know you're an author. I know you're an actress. I know you're an improv coach. I know that you are a comedian. I know that you are all around light being.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
Okay. So that list I just ran down, I'm going to start with Use a Fool. What is Use a Fool?
Use a Fool is an improv and variety show. It was created, it was birthed on April 1st. And I'm the executive producer, creator, host, and actor of it. And I formed it with other amazing actors and talent. Shout out to the Use a Fool family, where we came together. And if you know about In Living Color, and you know about Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Of course.
All right. So it's a mixture of those two. And it's basically us creating a show for the audience from scratch, because the audience helps us build the show. That's really my favorite part. Being able to see what the audience is going to give us.
The reaction.
They help us build the show.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if I ask the audience, like, what's the name of your mom? They're like, Helen. What does your dad do, sir? He's a janitor at the school. And
wow.
Do you have any siblings? Yeah, 3. All right. This is a scene with 3 siblings, and Helen is a janitor. Action.
Wow.
Right? And then we'll just go into a scene. I can ask them to give us an emotion, and they'll holler out emotions. And then we'll play a game called The Interview. I can ask them to give us their favorite movie. I'll bring them up on stage, give them popcorn, say, give us your favorite movie, tell us a scene out your favorite movie, and then we reenact that. And that's called Food, Flicks, and Chill. So the show is so, oh my God, I miss it. I can't wait till we get back started. But another highlight of our show is that we brought in live talent, independent artists that we would share the platform with, comedians, singers, poets, instrumental musicians, painters. We've had art auctions at my shows.
Wow.
So innovative.
Yeah,
I loved it.
You are a very, very innovative creator. Tell me, what is your creative process like? How do you come up with these concepts? Is there something you do? You sit on the toilet and you be like, got it. Like, what is it?
Every day I create a game.
Every day?
Every day. I can create a game just from this dog sitting here, right? Like one time we had a dog in our show. Somebody's dog walked up on our stage and was in our show, and we made him a part of the show. So what I do, a part of my creative process, is I just go with the flow and I use all aspects. I use the emotional aspect. I use the physical aspect. I use the mental aspect. So I really create from a genuine foundation.
Right.
Foundation. So everything is pretty much, I don't hold back.
Right.
So me being a writer, me being an actress, me being all those things, and I went to an art school. So I went to Cleveland School of the Arts. So my creative process was always allowed.
Cleveland in the house.
Cleveland in the house, yes, definitely. Again, definitely. And like when I was a kid, this came to me. I used to create games. Like we didn't have Uno cards.
Right.
But we had regular cards because your mama gonna play spades and bid whiz and all that, right? I created Uno out of regular playing cards.
Really?
Yep. So I just never allow limitations to get in my way. That's how I create. So like by that, I still remember the order. The Jack was the draw 2. The King was the draw 4. The Queen was the skip. The 2 was the reverse. Like I literally used the cards that was in the deck to be.
Look, we're gonna have to get a plan. Anybody could bring me some playing cards. We're gonna have to try this.
I'm telling you, I literally had to write it out, and me and my sister mastered it, played it to a T. Like I was a big Double Dare watcher. You remember that show?
Double Dare.
You're a little too young.
I probably
Nickelodeon.
Am.
Double Dare.
Young?
We created.
I'm 30.
Yeah. Well, not too young, but I
didn't have
it was still on.
I didn't really watch much TV.
Okay, that's
up.
good. Okay, you like to play outside.
I was a tomboy.
Good.
Outside.
Me too.
In the streets. Getting scars.
That part. I can't tell.
Well, thank you.
Flawless. So yeah, I would create like obstacle courses out of
Mhm.
that. So that's just a part of it. But another thing that I like to practice is writing it down. Like if a thought comes to me, I like to write it down.
You from Cleveland.
I am.
A lot of creation comes from Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of so. First of all, when did you move here to Atlanta?
11 years ago.
11 years ago.
Mhm.
So tell me, how did Cleveland influence your creativity?
Well, first of all, the Cleveland School of the Arts.
Right.
You know, I was able to do all of the arts. I
Right.
did art, I did singing, I did dance, I did drama, which is what I stuck with. I did creative
We can
writing,
tell, we
and I
can
played
tell.
the flute.
We could tell.
You know, yeah. So drama was my thing.
We could
And
tell.
that's why,
Love
and
it.
like, and you know what? I grew up a stutterer.
Oh, really?
Nope. Yep.
Really?
Nobody would ever know I grew up a stutterer. Now I teach people how to speak and present, and I still stutter sometimes.
Wow.
Yep.
I would never know that.
So I never allow my fears or my shortcomings to hold me back. I just play to my strong suits. So even though I would stutter, when I took my speech therapy classes and things like that, I was able to overcome it. But I realized that I stuttered because I thought really fast, and I wanted to say everything that I thought. And that's where improv became my strong suit.
Wow. You know what? You just gave me something to think about.
Mm.
Because I feel like sometimes I'm tripping over my words, not necessarily stuttering,
Mm-hmm.
but tripping over my words. Y'all look into that. Slow down these thoughts. Take your time.
Definitely.
Get it out.
Breathe. That's really
Shake.
important.
Let it go. So look, all right. So coming up in Cleveland, did you know that you were? You told me you knew that you were not. You weren't going to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life.
Mhm.
But did you know that you would be this executive producer, this acting coach, this? Did you go through different motions before you got to this point? What are some of the previous things you've done?
Oh yeah, definitely. My first job was a telemarketer, talking, running my mouth, selling stuff. I've always been good in relationship building
Right.
and people skills. So I did telemarketing. I did restaurant at my friend's restaurant, Aaliyah Shrimp and Fish, where I became.
Plug.
Yeah, I was like, he's closed now,
Oh,
but I just will never forget that those first jobs really helped mold me, and I teach that to my clients a lot when I have self-empowerment coaching. Like, don't abandon everything that you've learned to get where you are, because
Right.
you can still utilize that.
Right.
You know, like so working at a restaurant, then when I moved here, I became a bartender, although I bartended like underground. Like, I've
Right.
always made people drinks. But then I became a restaurant bartender here, you know,
An
worked at the
official one,
airport.
legally.
Yeah. Worked at the airport and did that, made really good money. And then, you know, just still, when I didn't want to work, I would take time off and do what I wanted, like publish books and direct plays and take time to act in movies and stuff. So like I just never wanted to ask for permission, which is why I never wanted to go to the army.
I like that.
Yeah.
And now I was scrolling through your Instagram. I see you working with people like CeeLo. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you went from bartending to working with people like CeeLo. How did you make that connect like that?
Well, you know, first of all, just relationship.
Right.
Just keeping a relationship strong, being genuine in who you are, showing up every day.
Right.
But I didn't work with CeeLo directly yet, but he did perform
Gotcha.
on our show, which
Correct
is the
me,
Going
boo.
Live show, which I'm a part of. Amazing cast. Shout out to the Kinship Studios,
Plug.
Black Lipstick Production, you
Plug.
know, because they have created something where they brought a lot of artists and talent from all over the city of Atlanta. We got some of the top comedians and top actors that we come together to recreate almost like an In Living Color again.
Really?
But it's in person. So it's sketch comedy skits.
What are some of the most proudest moments of your work?
Well, being a part of a team is always one of my proudest moments,
Right.
because when you're working with people, you get to, you know, cross market and cross build.
Right.
Being just a part of that show has opened up other actors to me that I utilize in my productions now,
Right.
you know.
Yes.
And that's one of my proudest things, like
Mhm.
really being able to create relationships and keep them and have people call on me when something is in mind. Like I host parties. Like if people want a celebrity host, I go dressed as Wendy Williams.
What?
Yeah, and I'm doing
What?
like dinner theaters and stuff. And really, that's one of my favorite parts too. Just being a part of people's events and making it everything that they want it to be. But just me alone, my own personal proud moments is, of course, when I can publish a book and put my thank yous in there,
Right,
shout my
right.
mom out and things like that. And being able to inspire and
Yeah.
motivate and encourage people. Those are some really proud moments of myself. Being able to be people's coaches and be their accountability partners and see them accomplish their dreams.
You put so much time. Your job is putting time into other people. You put so much time into other people. What is Charlie's goal for Charly Ford? What is your goal for your brand and yourself?
Ooh, it sound like you
I
tapped
wanna
into
know.
my boyfriend with that one.
I
He
wanna
like, you
know.
ain't talk about somebody else. Talk about yourself.
Let's
Well,
do
me.
it. I'm trying to see. Let's do that.
Thank you, Chevy, for that. Me, Charly Ford, some of the goals I have for myself is to continue to strengthen my personal development,
Yes.
just to be better.
Yes.
When people can really be honest and say, I need help,
Right.
which is what, I think is some of my personal goals, like to seek that business coach that I,
Right.
be able to afford
Right.
that business coach that I really, really want to work with,
Right.
to really elevate my brand and my
Mm-hmm.
company to the next level to where I can get more recognition. Like I just told you, I'm like, oh, I finally made 1,900 followers.
Right. And that's
You
special.
know, and that's special,
yes,
but
yes.
It took me 2 years to get it organic. I didn't buy
Right.
anything. I really like the genuine
Right.
process of watching myself grow and develop.
Right.
That's one of my biggest goals, to continue to watch myself grow and develop.
There
You
is
know?
no so there is no end goal for you.
No,
You just wanna keep growing.
every
and
day I
growing.
just want to keep having the power of my development to continue to grow.
So you're okay with being that person behind the scenes. You don't really care about being in front.
I do care. I love being in front.
Check me, boo. That's what I'm trying to
but
get
no,
to.
but no, I like both.
Let me know.
I like being a part of the creative process, and also being able to be a part of the action.
Right.
But I am willing to go where I'm supposed to go. Like for my latest project that I was called upon, so from someone who is super super smart and wise, and he knows exactly how he wants his
Right.
improv movie to go. I came in to audition as an improv character. I have a character named Wheezy who's a homeless veteran. And Wheezy drops all the knowledge. So I come in to interview to audition for a improv movie. But
Right.
he's like, I need you to like run the movie.
Right.
Because your improv skills is that great to where I know you can help assist the cast and me to get the outcome I want. So that takes, courage to be like, I'm okay with
Right.
taking another, just like you
Right.
did, taking another route
Yeah.
to get
Yes.
to where I need to go, because I want to keep learning, number one, and I also want to master different parts of the entertainment
Right.
field. So I was able to cast the movie, and we're going to start that soon.
I like that. I like the fact that you brought up taking a different avenue,
Mhm.
because a lot of times we look at someone else and we say, "Hey, they did it that way.
Mhm.
Let me try to do it that way."
Mhm.
You doing it your own way.
Do
We're
it my
doing our
own way.
way.
Yep.
We're doing it our own way.
Yeah.
I love it.
And it's platforms like Atlanta Unplugged and Studio Atlanta that's going to allow people and artists to continue to get the hours they need to get this insight,
Yes.
right? When you ask
Yes.
these questions, you get this insight, you gain awareness so you can properly develop yourself.
Right.
You use what you're given, but you also use what you're looking for.
That
And
part.
like
That part.
I just love it. I just love the fact that you asked that question, because that gained better awareness for myself to know that's my biggest goal, to continue
For you.
to develop
Yes.
and be who I'm called to
Yes.
be.
For you.
Serve others as well as serve my own purpose. Because
Got to.
I learned a lot
You got
over
to.
this pandemic about being just too available
Yes.
and being
Say no.
accessible.
Say no.
Yep.
Say no.
Be
Is there
kind.
anything I haven't asked you that you would like to tell anybody that's watching this interview?
Yeah, I think you're doing great. I mean, I think you're asking
you.
good organic questions, genuine, authentic questions,
Thank you.
I think that one thing that I may could touch on a little more is the awareness of creatives, that
Explain.
I want to bring. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to make people aware that you are creative even if you don't think you are.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
when people put limits on themselves, they really stop their own progress and growth.
Yes.
So just trust the creative process and allow yourself to be creative in all things.
Right.
Like, don't always have to have your clothes a certain way every day. Like,
Yes.
you know,
Our minds could be our biggest enemies.
yeah, like, think out the box.
Yes.
You know, match up some patterns. Try some different colors, you know, explore more. I think that that's one thing that creatives fear is the creative exploration
To
of.
let go and surrender.
Yes.
As we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Surrendering
Yep.
to the creative process. And whatever process that might be for you.
Yep.
Right?
Definitely.
Yes, I like that.
That's really why I love improv, because I just have no limits. Like, people hire me to come on set to be an improv actor, but the other actors don't know I'm really there to shake them up and to help their emotional creativity expand. Because every time I do a take, I'm saying some of the same things, but every time I'm bringing out I'm evoking a different emotion and level to their character creation.
I love it. You're like the hidden weapon.
Yeah, and like sometimes my whole part is cut. Just because they need that actor to feel and go deeper more.
Wow. I didn't know that existed, and I live in this world.
Yep. It does.
Wow.
It does.
Well, thank you for bringing your gems to our platform.
I really appreciate it.
Ford.
Thank
now
you for having me.
How can we find you?
You can find me on charlyfordentertains.com, which is my website. Charly with the Y, no I, no E. Don't ask why. I mean, I'll tell you why, but I just don't like to be common. So find me, charlyfordentertains.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Charly Ford Entertains. See? You can also find me on Facebook at Charly Ford. And if you are seeking any hosting or any entertainment for your events, book me on my website, charlyfordentertains.com. Any coaching or anything like that, I got you. If you want to know how to develop your creative mind and empower yourself better, I got you. I really teach people how to step outside their own head and trust themselves and their creative abilities. Yes. So,
because I'm next.
Yes, you're next. Oh,
next.
and theglobalplaybrigade.org. If you want to come and do some free play sessions with people from all around the world, learn to expand your horizon so you can meet people outside of your own circle and their own circles. Go global. So theglobalplaybrigade.org is another way to find me, and at the Going Live show. So you'll see me on there too.
Love it.
So much more to come.
Yeah, it's you already got the package. All right. So you see who's sitting on this couch? You got Chevy Carter right here. You got Charly Ford Entertains. No I, no E, just a Y. Charly Ford in the building.
Yes.
In the building. Want to
in
shout
here.
out? Yes.
Up
Thank
in
you,
here.
Studio ATL. Thank you, Studio ATL, for having Atlanta Unplugged in the building. We appreciate you.
Thank you
leave
so
you hanging.
much.
Look, I almost left
Don't
her
leave me
hanging.
hanging. I'm going to wait for it. This was a great interview. Thank you so much, Chevy.
Thank you.
Atlanta Unplugged. I loved it. Appreciate y'all.
And we signing out. Make sure you follow me at empress.shavycarter. Follow Atlanta Unplugged at Atlanta Unplugged, and check us out at atlantaunplugged.net if you need anything. All right. It's been real, and we